This is George with Pro Drain and Router Service working at 7545 Southwest Onnaf Ct. Inspecting the sewer line, working from a 4-inch cleanout that's located in the driveway in front of the garage. Push the camera in approximately 35 feet to the city main, which I believe is out in the street. Run some water to as I push the camera out, and also to check for bellies so that we can see what's going on the line. There was a little bit of debris in the pipe when I first pushed it through. We'll go ahead and pull the cable or the camera back and take a look and see how much water we have standing in the line. We've got 4-inch PVC pipe here. Here we are kind of at the end of a belly in the line where the pipe is slightly backgraded. At this point it's slightly backgraded, but as we come back farther, the camera is submerged. So approximately 12 feet from the clean out to the end this is where we are now. So about 14 feet is what we've got here, this belly, which basically is that the pipe is backgraded, settled during construction. You can see that there's a buildup of just sludge, slimy stuff that builds up in the sewer line here. So as we come back here, the camera is fully submerged at this point, about 10 feet out, 9 feet. Got some debris. I've run some water, run a lot of water through here. The pipe at this point is completely full. So this pipe has dipped down at least 4 inches. I think I mentioned this is a 4-inch pipe here. So we are completely underwater. The pipe is completely full of water. And we're making a transition here from the PVC to the 4-inch ABS that is coming from the unit here. Again, we're underwater, so the pipe is completely buried. And then at this point we're out. So the camera, this is not an uncommon thing, however this is, so we're going down. I'll pull this all the way back and then we can get a better view of what's going on here. So at this point the drain pipe is descending at a fairly steep grade, and then we come back. So here is the clean out. Wipe the lens off here. So here's the clean out that we're working from. Had a cover on it. And this is the house. And the address 7545. So from here, toilet was recently flushed, so there's some toilet paper here. So the camera goes out barely, just past the fitting, and then immediately takes a fairly steep drop. So I'm thinking a 45-degree angle downward. And then as we get to the bottom of this is a very common place for this problem to happen. We can see that it's been kind of backed up. It's been built up a little bit on the top. Grease and other, just kind of a slimy buildup that occurs. And then we've got this pipe that's completely full of water at the bottom. So these elbows, these transitions are notorious for having this type of an issue. We'll run some water here. So as you can see here, even with this water flowing, we can't completely flush out all the paper that's accumulating. It doesn't naturally just flow out, the water goes through. And I suppose with a flush from a toilet with some water and paper, it may carry some of this debris through. However, when I first pushed the camera through, there was a significant amount of stuff in the pipe. And so we can see that it just sits there. Because it's plastic pipe, ABS and PVC, it is possible for it to self-clean a little bit as it builds up. You get enough head pressure that it may have been just clearing itself out over time. And so that's what's happening here, I believe. But there is some debris here. Cleaning the line with a snake or anything like that is going to remove some of this stuff that's built up on the side, but it won't necessarily, it's not going to change anything as far as how much water is sitting in the pipe, because there's not anything that's actually obstructing it other than the fact that it's settled and below grade and holding water. So we've got the pipe dropping down too far, and then it comes back up and flattens out as it goes toward the street. So here by 13 or 14 feet, everything's fine, and we can see how the debris and the buildup is gone. In this area, as we've got proper slope going down to the street connection to the sewer. We've got the water running, and then as we turn it off, water here makes its way through and then it disappears. And as we come back, again we're starting to go into water. And then we go under. So 14 feet is the end of it, at the very end where it's, I mean there's not much there at all, but so, and we come back. So we've got about 6 feet. 6 feet of pipe that's below grade. Unfortunately, this is under the driveway, and so there's not a simple fix for this being under the driveway. It appears that it would probably need to be the driveway would need to be removed and then excavated. There's no way to line this or create anything else, or do anything else that would fix the belly. However, as a maintenance standpoint, from a maintenance standpoint, this could be cleaned on a regular basis, and that would probably avoid any major backup. But this is here, and it is a problem, and it won't improve over time. Again, this is a pretty steep drop, so everything by the time it gets to this point is moving pretty quickly. There's some good head pressure as it drops down, a little bit of momentum as it carries through there, and then out. So,
hi.
Oh, hello.
Sorry to miss you.
That's all right.
I just saw you.
Okay, so I pushed the camera back toward the house just to check under here. Everything looks fine, although there is a little bit of debris or something in the line. I've got some water running. We'll see if maybe that comes out of here as I pull the camera back.
When do you want me to flush?
Right now. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. There's some junk that's stuck in the line from up above. We'll go ahead and see if it'll come out with toilet flushes. It doesn't look like it's a problem. Alright, I don't think this is a problem, what I'm seeing. It's just a little bit of debris that's hanging up and the camera won't touch it. So, yeah, I'm talking about it. Okay, so I've got the line pretty much checked out here. We've got water running in the bathtub and it's still flowing. So going back toward the house, I don't see an issue. There's just a little bit of stuff hanging down on one of the drains. Doesn't look like it's a problem at all. We've got a little bit of stuff filled up in the line. Doesn't really seem to be an issue. Again, this line I think is fine as far as mostly it goes. I suppose even this low spot, the belly in the driveway, is probably won't cause any problems. However, it is something that will probably be addressed at some point. Somebody will. It may not ever change, and it may never be a problem. However, it's probably something that needs to be addressed. Again, this is George with Pro Drain, working at 7545 Southwest Onnaf Ct in Tigard, and that concludes the inspection.